So that's the reason we are going to have this session. I think management considered that, especially at this time, because of these difficulties you are facing, it's good to go for a revision. Okay, it's good to go for a revision. But remember that it is very good if you have some prior or upfront knowledge about the subject, because somehow we have plenty of time. So you had enough time to borrow the notes, videos, whatever, even though you couldn't attend real-time lectures sometimes, okay? So here, the exam focus for this subject, environmental management and cleaner production. Yeah. We have food process technology. I put 2017, 2018B1. I believe it is right. Manufacturing technology, 1718B1. And the other is BTech in Industrial Management Technology, IMT, 1718B1. Putala, okay? Yeah. So we are from two faculties, Industrial Technology and Engineering Technology. Okay? And the subject is, as usual, Environmental Management and Cleaner Production. This is the module number in the semester 6 exam for year 2 or 2-1. So you may feel that I'm really doing this paper setting for you. Actually, I'm doing it now. Yeah, actually I'm doing it, but my paper setting is a bit different from the others. So you should keep it in mind on that. Different means not much, but the approach is different. So for upfront information, so this is a closed book exam, Puta, and you have to answer 4 questions. So this is what I'm planning. Each question are equal marks. So total marks achievable is 100 and time allowed is 3 hours. So average you have 45 minutes to read and understand and to write. Okay, to read and understand and to write. Any questions? Yes, you may be happy if you can receive the questions. But anyway, that is not that you should expect from me, but instead we will go for some guidelines, Putala, because that is the way we should go here. Yeah. So I'm looking here, the attendance participants. We have, of course, from manufacturing, maybe this time looks full attendance. Even Darshan is here, but I don't know, Rana Singh, is Rana Singh there? Yes. And I should appreciate IM, because their attendance were fullest all the while. So thank you very much, IM, for your commitments, and that is for you really, and you have gained a lot. And somehow food process. Are the food process students here now today? Anyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good, Putala. Food process also here. So you have taught the class, you have learned the lessons and all. And actually we have done a wonderful coverage of the subject. Okay, we have done a wonderful coverage of the subject. But sad to say, manufacturing attendance is not that good. Okay, not that good. And you're supposed to do presentations, but you didn't do the presentations that carry the CA marks. Others did it, so I have to be fair to the others as well. So you will face some issues about your CA marks. So I have to tell you that in upfront. Yeah, that is for manufacturing technology, the first message. Because learning is somehow, it's a responsibility, and sharing the knowledge also a responsibility of students, and not only it's a teacher's responsibility. So IM has done it, food process has done it also, but manufacturing, yeah, you are yet to do the presentations. I don't know what to do for them, but this is a concern to me. So please take note on that. So let me go into the outline of the questions. Okay, let me go into outline of the questions. And I will share with you not the questions, okay, but the themes of questions, okay. And also I will guide you what are the things you should refer, okay, because we have done a lot. So this guideline will make you comfortable, and also this guideline will make you really guided, okay, really guided what areas you should brush up for the exam. And of course, all are important areas, but we'll see how the areas you should focus on. Okay. And as I mentioned to you, we have 3 groups: food process, manufacturing, industrial management. All are technology, but I have to be fair to all the 3 groups. So to answer these 4 questions, your question paper may have 7 questions or 8 questions. Okay, I dare to put more questions, that is all right. Because the justification is that this is a wider group. Your interest, your talents, your focuses, there may be little shifts, okay, based on your streams. So I have to cater for all of you, okay, I have to cater for all the 3 teams. So I have to be fair, so there will be more questions. Okay, 4 questions out of maybe 7 or 8 questions. Yeah. So that's how I justify the number of questions for this. Okay, Bhutana. So 1, yeah, any question? Yeah, you can talk, Bhuta, don't worry. Anytime you can talk today. Okay. Anytime if you have any concerns, you are free to talk. Sandun, you have anything to tell Bhuta? Okay, your mic is on, that's why I asked. Anyway, that is okay. So that's how. So you expect minimum 7 to 8 questions. Okay, that is all right. So I put this revision 1 because I'm expecting to do another revision coming week to see your progress. Okay, the reason is I have to make sure that you are scoring wonderful marks. Everyone, okay, everyone. I'm ready to give you full marks, and you should be ready to receive the marks. Yeah. So I have to see your readiness for the class. Okay, that's why I mentioned this as revision 1. So I'm sharing with you the themes of the questions first. You can note down, don't worry, yeah? You can note down these things of the questions. Okay, there should be 7 to 8 questions. So we have reasons because 3 groups. We have 3 groups, 3 disciplines. So we have 7 to 8 questions. So I will share with you the themes. Okay, Puta? Vasala? I know that. Okay, good. So the themes of the questions. So 7 to 8 questions means 7 to 8 themes. Okay, 7 to 8 themes. Okay, 7 to 8 themes. Okay, 7 to 8 themes. So let's see the themes. Okay. My motto of teaching is very simple. Yeah. I want to test how beneficial this is for you. Yeah. How beneficial this is for you. And what kind of knowledge you should have. How well you are prepared. How well your motive. How well your mindsets. Yeah. So it's an overall giving an opportunity for you to reflect your capacity for the subjects, okay, for this subject. So that's how I arrange this, okay. Write down the themes, Puta, it is okay. Theme 1, question 1. I'm focusing on your knowledge framework, my useful and workable knowledge framework of environmental management and clean production. Okay. My useful and workable knowledge framework of environmental management and clean production. Okay. So this is the question 1 theme. Okay. Later we will look a bit more. Okay. This is the question 1 theme. Knowledge should be useful. Knowledge should be workable. Okay. So here in the exam, I cannot test the complete knowledge, but I can test your framework of knowledge. Okay. So this is the theme I put for this question number 1. Knowledge framework. Later I can give you a little more hints on this to study the videos and all. Probably even there may be some notes on this. Okay. So later I will guide you, but this is for you to think about this. Okay. So this is quite simplified. Okay. So simplified knowledge framework. So this is quite easy. Okay, not complicated. Putala, okay? Janaki Therenad, okay? So Sandharuni, I believe you can Imagine this. Question 2. The theme. Cleaner production in a nutshell. In a nutshell means everything together. Everything together in the most simplest ways. We call it nutshell. I think nowadays the new generation, they know about this very well. In a nutshell, is something like so compact something, it reflects the totality of cleaner production. So that is the theme of Q2. Okay. Later I will share with you what are these. Okay. Because this is a very wide subject, so we have to look into this way. Q3. I think Q3 I will go for a new one. Groom yourself. Okay, groom yourself. So this is a very special question from me. Okay, so I have the liberty to put questions as well. This is a very standard question. So actually I have verified this question also, how good and all. I got some comments. See in the space, love the nature, genes, ancestors, future. I have talked about everything, and future generations. His Holiness the Dalai Lama, improving soft skills, understanding nature, and becoming a leader. Okay. So I expect all should try this, because we are humans and we have to have some soft skills. We have to have our leaderships as well. So I believe IM will look into this very seriously, but not only IM, manufacturing and food also. You should learn about this. I've talked about this. These are very useful. Okay. So this is the third question. Okay. I've shared everything. Okay. Anything I didn't share, I should not put. So in the space, I gave you an assignment. Okay. Genes, ancestors, we talk about this. And this is quite okay. Eh? Love the nature, this is natural. Genes, ancestors, it is natural. You don't need to have a specific subject knowledge. Dalai Lama, you have learned. Okay. So this is a very special question for me. Q3. This is the thing. Okay. Fourth question. carbon emissions, global warming, energy, recovery, and recycling. Okay. This is the fourth question. Fifth one. Modern trends in environmental management solutions approaches. Steaming and green technologies. Okay. Steaming, you did presentations, green technologies, you did presentations. Okay. This is Q5. Okay. Q6. Government's responsibility in or towards environmental management and cleaner production and cleaner production implementation. Okay. Can you remember the CP? Government policies, national policies. We have learned about this. Okay, Q6. Okay, so my questions are very simple, but under these themes. Q7. The bottom line means the ultimate you are expecting of this. The sustainability. Okay. The bottom line, the sustainability. So these are the 7 questions. So 8th one. Yet to configure the 8th one. Okay. 8th one yet to configure. And for the 8th one, I may be putting, maybe even for this I'm considering, some questions you put in your presentations. And I'm planning to put some easy ones for 8. Okay, easy ones out of that. Question 8. Out of 8, 4 is something like some massive choice for you, but I will try to from yours. Okay, from yours. The scope of this subject is so wide, we cannot put all the contents we have learned here. Okay, we cannot put all the contents we have learned here. But these are the eight themes. So let me now take let me try to squeeze all into one. Or maybe I will go into the PowerPoint mode. Think about this, okay? Q1 theme. Q2 theme. Q3 is a wonderful question. If you try this question, there may be several parts. If you try this question in a very meaningful way, I will appreciate your responses, because for these questions, it's only judgmental, your ideas and views, and I would say there is nothing wrong, nothing right, but reasonable and judgmental. So if you look into this question number 3, I will appreciate your effort, because nowadays technology students looks just technology only. They learn about the machines and all, but they have no idea about the machine of the heart. Okay, so this is a special one to see how human are you and how wise human are you. Okay, and how comfortable you for the nature and environment. Because if nature is not comfortable with you, the ultimate is, of course, nature wins, you will lose. So you should be comfortable for the nature. The nature should be comfortable with you, and you will be taken care. So many things are there, but these are not in the question, what I mentioned to you, but this is what I say. As a human being, when you are learning, especially this kind of subjects connected to environment, resources, future generations, human health, and all. Without the theme 3, you are incomplete. Okay, you are incomplete. It is something like a machine knowledge. Machine knowledge has no much use. Yeah. So this is the basis Q3. Okay, so try your best to answer this. I will appreciate. Cleaner production in nutshell. It is quite straightforward. This is from a continuous assessment. Cleaner production in a nutshell. Even seeing the space, you can see you have done a CA for this. Yeah. Question 1 is nothing. Okay. So question 4. Carbon emissions, global warming, energy recovery and recycling. This is something we should aware. Okay. This is something we should aware. We should be aware of the carbon emissions. It's critical for global warming. And also there are energy aspects connected with this. So energy recovery and recycling also we will be considered. So later I will share with some notes what we have done earlier. Okay. And then modern trends, steaming and green technologies. That is straightforward here. Steaming and green technologies. For green technologies, you have to refer your presentations. I think one presentation in IEM and another in food. They talk about green technologies. And steaming, IEM presented one. So this will be helpful for this. And I have to correct this steaming. Okay, steaming should be this way. Yeah. Steaming and green technologies. So question 6 is, those are very straightforward ones. So I'm testing only the essence. Okay, I'm testing only the essence of this. The knowledge base, okay? I'm not asking any details, okay? And the sustainability, the bottom line, okay? That is the question number 7. So question number 8, if needs a theme, the questions from yours. So I would say like that, but you have posted in your presentations, those questions are, I would say, memory based and very tough to answer maybe. That's why I'm thinking how to put those, and if I put those, you have to come with very heavy memories to the class. Yeah. So you can think and write this. Okay, think and write this. Time management is extremely important, Putala. Time management is extremely important. I'm very sure you have no luxury of extra time for this if you are really answering this. Yeah. So try to manage the timing. So respond with the essence of the questions, but essence of the answers, and write very nicely, very thoughtfully, okay, very concisely, okay. You can write in even artistically is great. So that is how we are expecting this. කුරුටු ගාලා වගේ නම් උත්තර ලියන්න එපා exam එකට, because if you do that kind of answering, okay, with simple, the careless writing and all, it is very tough for me to give you marks, okay. It is very tough for me to give you marks. That's why. So, and the other opinion is, if you select 4 questions, in each questions, if there are several sections, you should try, you should touch all these sections. Don't leave any section empty, because if it is empty, I have no chance to give you marks. Okay, so you should try it. Okay, and one more specialty is almost no equations, but you may need to derive some expressions in one of the questions. In question number 4, energy recovery and recycling, you may need to derive something out of the learning concepts, okay? Others, no questions with equations, okay? And no calculations yet. Last exam, there was one question with calculations. If I share that, let me try to open that. We have done this life cycle assessments. Okay. So last 2 years, you have noticed these questions. So similar question I can consider for question number 8, if anyone prefer to do calculations. Okay. So life cycle assessment, we can do a similar question. Okay. So this is not considered yet. So these are very classy, very standard. Okay. The industry oriented questions and life cycle, if comes to the exam paper, it is very good, but I'm thinking how to squeeze this question. So if I'm putting this can be question number 8. Then we have to consider this as the question number 8. I think I will put this one if it is okay for you. So that's the only thing we have to decide on. Anyway, you go through this. Anyway, you can go through this and see how well, if you are pro to calculations, we can add this one. So you can read this one as well. Okay. So I think, okay, you can read this one, then instead of the last theme, I will put LCA question. Life cycle assessments. This is quite easy question. Okay, life cycle assessment. So we will have another revision number 2 to further refine this. But this is not finished yet. So any comments? Any comments? Any comments? Any comments? Any comments, Putana? Okay, you have to take note this. You have to take note this. Put our dates for the exam. Maybe in February, somewhere around the middle, maybe even we have no much of ideas about this. So my workable and useful simplified knowledge framework. You think of this. This is the model that should be in our minds. Okay. If you need to have, because when you have this model, so you can work in something. So this should be the basic workable model. You have to answer only 4 questions. Okay, Buddha? You have to answer only 4 questions. So this is the basis for this. Okay? This is the basis for this. And in your knowledge, okay, of environmental management, I just take, instead of a memory, practically you can think of this for your useful and workable knowledge. It should be the total consideration of, or total, the inclusivity or inclusiveness of human health and well-being, energy, resources, environment, society, and prosperity. Okay? So with this simple model, keeping in mind this, okay, this key point, you can have your knowledge framework. You can have your knowledge framework. From inputs downstream, you can work on supply chains here, and outputs upstream, again, another part of supply chains, and also that completes the life cycle as well. If you take upstream of input and downstream of outputs until the consumer use and disposal, you are considering the life cycle. But here, that's how. So this can be the basic one. Okay. So here is very basic: human health and well-being, energy, resources, environment, society, prosperity. Okay. And of course, if we need to add one more, this can be our future generations can be here. But anyway, when you do a business, so if you are focusing on this, the future generation is taken care. Okay. So these are the things you should consider in your day-to-day, in your businesses, when you start up your business, even when you do your housework, whatever. So this simplified knowledge framework is really working for you. Okay. So together with this model and these keywords, we'll do this. This is the essence of question number 1. Okay. This is the essence of question number 1. I'm okay to share this with you because you can think about this. Okay. You can think about this. There can be several questions. So you can see how well you are up to this. Okay. So I believe I'm reasonable to ask this from you, and even from your side, since this knowledge is inherent with you, you feel comfortable to respond to this. Okay, you feel comfortable to respond to this. Understand, Putal? And you can say this in your videos and all. Okay, especially in the videos, you can say this. Let me look for some presentations, but I think this is good enough. You can look for some. This is nice for IM, food, manufacturing. So I'm expecting you can try this. Okay, good. And now if you think of question number 2, cleaner production in nutshell. In nutshell. Okay, what is that? Cleaner production in nutshell. Okay, cleaner production in nutshell. Quite simple. I've shared with you the 12 principles of green engineering. Okay, the 12 principles of green engineering. So this will be given in the exam. All the 12 principles are given. Okay, all the 12 principles are given. And this is the cleaner production in nutshell. And you know that cleaner production definition very well. Cleaner production definition in the sense, you know, even you taught this to me, not I taught you. Okay, so you taught this to me. Cleaner production definition. That's why you should not need to remember the definitions, but good to keep the definitions in mind. So I'm expecting you are working out the linkage between these two. Cleaner production definitions and the 12 principles. Definition is a definition, but when you follow these principles, the definition will be working out. Okay? It's useful and workable. Again, this is useful and workable. Quite simple. Okay? Quite simple. You can go ahead this. Okay, Bhutana? Good. Eh? Yeah. You feel comfortable, but remember, when I give this, you have to be very thoughtful. You should write this very well, and you feel the gravity of this as well, and also you feel comfortable because these are the upfront knowledge that you should have. Okay, good. Groom yourself. Item number 3. Groom yourself. Let me change the color. Seeing the space, sensing the space, the spaciousness, empty space would be important in environment management. Okay. Those who sees the importance, those who sees the spaciousness, they can answer this with no time. Okay. Comfortable questions. So similar questions are there. Space. Yeah. Love the nature. Okay. Let's see. Have the gratitude for nature. Okay. So this may help. See how these are contributory for environmental management. I just put. Okay. And the same way, the others. This is another section. මේවා ගැන තේරුම් ගිය කෙනෙකුට naturally he or she is truly in the environmental management and clean production. It's inherent. So he or she has the right to talk about environment. Yes, work for the environment and all. So these are very good. So all are given, and then it is nothing really, but these are very special questions. To become a remarkable leader, okay, one cause or one reason supporting to become remarkable leader is about your feeling of taking or caring of the environment and all. So he or she naturally builds up their capacities and surely have the good wisdoms to lead the societies as well. Then in the leaders, nowadays leaders are for their own benefits. Okay, they are not the true ones, but there are true leaders in the societies maybe, so we expect you to be true leaders in future. So if I don't ask these things, okay, there is no point learning this. So the question paper will be half-baked if I don't ask this. Also, here included this situation. Okay, but you have to look for the connectivities maybe. So Janaki Sanduruvani, there can be good thinkers who can work on this, and even manufacturing food. Those who are quite thoughtful, you can work on this. This question is for the, how to say, for the soft minds. Yeah, we all have to have some soft mind, of course. That soft mind is the hardest. You won't believe that. That's the strength really. Soft minds are hard. Yeah. Hard minds are weak. Okay? So soft minds are strong, I would say. Hard minds are weak. So this is question number 3. Question number 2. Okay. So you can work on this. Okay. Think about this, because this should be inherent to you. Then only you can answer this. So it is okay to have an upfront thoughts about this. Upfront thoughts about this. This will make you human, and this will make you complete. Okay, I like this question, and everybody likes this. Please, this is for you, not to put into the paper, but for you to carry on with you. Yeah. So we have no leaders, at least when you have this kind of questions in your paper, future students, so when they come and see this paper, past papers, so when they notice this, they feel it is something different. Okay. Last question paper of environmental management and cleaner production. Even I put questions about product development and innovations and even about business developments. But this time looks like we have no chance to put these questions because this time it's a new themes. So we outline the themes and we are going with the themes. Means we have reasons for the questions. Very good reasons for the questions. Okay. Well, we have 65 including myself. Yeah. Very good. Rana Singh also here today. Eh? Very good, Buddha. Yeah. Good. So that is question number 3. Question number 2, question number 1. Where is question number 4? Question number 4. Put it there, but this one. Okay. Carbon emissions, global warming, energy, recovery and recycling. Okay. Carbon emissions, global warming, energy recovery and recycling. For this one, I believe you can remember we have learned about greenhouse effect. We have learned about greenhouse effect.
これ何で
Can you remember this? So understand this and understand the CO2 effect on this. Okay? Understand the CO2 effect on this. And even you can look into this notes. Maybe I think I have passed this to you if I'm not mistaken. You learn about this, okay? So global warming, greenhouse effect, CO2 emissions and related sub-questions. Okay? I think you didn't see that. I have to share that maybe. Have you seen this? Yeah. See, carbon dioxide. Warms the heat. Because of our excessive, the man-made processes, industries and whatever, we have excessive carbon dioxide, even burning fuel and all. So this makes the global warming more and more. Yeah. So this one, probably you may have this. Just go through this. But video, there should be more than this, because as you all experience, our videos are more stronger than the slides or the presentation, because for one slide, sometimes we spend 2 hours in the lecturing. So the note is not much, but you look into video. So that's a video I recommend for you, okay? So that is very important. That's a video. So IM students, Putana, don't worry. These are very simple, natural, and essential knowledge you should have. Don't worry about the words carbon dioxides and all, those are just names only, but see the effect of this, the natural effect of this, of course, acting against the environment. This is global warming, creating climate change, cyclones and all, and reducing the water reserves and all. So there are a lot of issues. Sometimes the low-level lands are getting submerged into the seas and all, the Maldives and all. Even Sri Lanka may be facing this at the coastal lines. So this is something important when it comes to industry, because industries, when they burn fuel or when they use greenhouse gases like in refrigeration and all, air conditioning and all, negatively contributes for global warming. Okay, so that's why. So the global warming, the responsibility mostly lying with the industries, manufacturing, transportation, airline industries, shipping industries, okay, power generations. You are running even coal power plants there, you are burning coal and all. So CO2 are emitting a lot, and our vegetations are not enough to absorb those. Okay, so that is part of the industrial aspects. We are seeing the negative contributions, but We have no choices. We have to go with the industries as well. At the same time, we have to assure that no environment damages should occur, even the global warming and all. So it has an industry relevance. That's why I'm putting this, not only that, but as generally about the clean production and environmental management. Lack of knowledge about global warming really makes you not that contributive, because it's a very basic knowledge that you and me should have when we are deep into that. So we may feel good when we walking. We are not burning fuels. It's an exercise for us. And even earlier people used to walk. So why not we walk? Yeah. Now even for 1 kilometer, you are not walking. You are taking a three-wheel or anything. You are so that weak, but at your age, we walked in miles and miles. Of course, these vehicles are rare maybe. Okay, Butala? Good. Where is this? So that's about this. Question number 4. Okay, that's about this. Question number 4. And also, okay, in question number 4, the mentioning is that carbon emissions, global warming, and energy recovery and recycling. Okay. So energy recovery and recycling, I believe you have a slide, Putala. Energy presentation. I have done this very well. So, okay. Heat, work, energy, environment, clean energy, renewable energy, cleaner production. This all are connected. But now here, I am taking only recovery. So this has no recoveries. Okay. You have to understand this somehow. Okay. Say recoveries are here. Recycle. So you have to learn about this. And portion goes to reuse as well. So this one, you can look into this. Okay. The basic knowledge about the knowledge about the efficiencies and all. So you should focus on this as well. So this one underneath, there are process innovations to minimize input through energy recovery, recycling, and reuse. So technology innovations are there, the hybrid vehicles and all, and even the charging while on the road, and the reasons are the recovery and reuse. So the technology innovation is taken place to minimize the losses and recover as much as the potential energy losses, recovering and minimize the losses. So these are important. So you should look into this as well. Okay, these are important. So understanding is a must for this. So that's also under the theme of question number 4. Now, this is about question number 4, Putala. So this is only part of that, and the energy recovery and recycling. So you have to look into those things. Yeah. So try to understand recover and recycle is part of course, environmental management. Even waste can be energy, waste can be matter as well. So wasting energy also very costly. So reduce, reuse, recycle is not only for solid or matter, that's for energy as well. Okay, so that's about this. Steaming. You should learn what steaming means. So even if I ask what steaming, question number 5, what steaming means, you should be able to respond. Okay, so steaming has, of course, it's a modern trend. It's a modern trend in solutions approach. Yeah. And green technologies, there are let me open randomly some presentations. Steaming, you have to look into this. Green technologies. So you can say this green technology. This is one example you can say. So this is enough, okay? So green technologies. And even there are other slides as well. Green technologies. Again, we have green technology, see? So we should talk about this, okay? Green chemistry, green nanotechnology, this is wonderful. So the basics, you no need to go into deeper ones, but the general awareness is okay. So now every aspects, green technology is there, okay? Now we have 67 participants, including myself. So that's about question number 5. Question number 6. The themes. Okay. The themes. That theme is about, let me squeeze this. The government's responsibility is there. We should know about that. And CP implementation. So these are combination of your 2 presentations. Okay. 2 presentations. Even the previous one, modern trends. Question number 5, also combination of 2 presentations. One is teaming, the other is the group number 5 presentation. Okay. So here CP implementation is a presentation views, and then the national policies and strategies, that is another presentation. So 1, 2, 3, 4 presentations here. Sustainability also from your presentations, the question number 7. That is group 5. Okay, question number 7, and question number 8. You have talked about life cycles. So I will use that, but anyway, for that one, you can use my notes, that presentation I have done for you. Okay, life cycle assessments. Okay, good. So I'm ready to give you marks even earlier sessions. You can see students got very good marks because they managed to perform in the exam. So if you don't perform, I cannot give marks, but generally this is a loving subject for most of the students. So they are good at writing and responding to this. Okay, very good. So I give the marks, yeah, to the fullest. Even some marks I can remember over 90, 95. I don't mind because it's justifiable. No reservations, I will give marks. Yeah. So keep in mind, don't worry about the subject. Try to feel the subject. Try to understand the subject. You have some upfront idea about the exam questions. But the issue is when you have upfront idea, you may be too excited. That is negative for the class, you know. That is negative when you have some upfront that these are the things coming. So if you think too much and if your palpitation goes high, you cannot perform because you are boxed. If this comes, I write this. If you forget it, no ideas will come and you are getting tension and you are not relaxed. So make sure. So we are asked to give you revision class. So I give you a very good guide for this, more than revisions. So look into this knowledge, Putala, but it's a matter of taking the knowledge, that is fine, but don't bring any memories to the exams. Okay, come with free, pure mind, okay, with some understanding, and then in the class you can write. So the very important thing, you have to do 4 questions. You have to touch every section of the 4 questions. Okay, that is very important. So any questions? Any questions, Putala? Any questions? So I will ask from separately, maybe from you all. I will ask separately. I think Safna is from food. Is that so? So are you okay with the revisions? Okay. Manufacturing, okay. Can you understand? Rana Singh, okay, Buddha? Of course. Hmm?
Okay, sir.
Okay, very good. Very good. I think yeah. Afam, how about you?
Okay, sir. So
Okay.
when you plan the examination?
That one we have to answer you afterward, but expect in February. Don't worry about the exam. Eh? This time we are not that, how to say, we know the situations, and also we have very soft corner, even give the eligibilities this time. So my case, I will give eligibility to all of you. Yeah, I have no issues.
Thank you.
Yeah. So no issues about that. So because this time is a very, how to say, very complicated situations, and we cannot really judge the eligibility issues. So it is 100% I will give from my side. So manufacturing is okay. Management side, Janaki, are you okay with the Sanduruni and all? Maliti?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So you got some very good guides. So I'm expecting you all to score above 90. Okay. Even I'm learning from your texts, you know. So I'm learning from the answers. So you have to be very, very passionate and do it very nice. And make sure you touch all the questions and all the 4 questions, only 4 questions, and the complete sub questions you have to touch. Then I can give you marks. So that's about I am, and from food. Anyone there? I cannot see food. Food names are not there, but any food students? Can you voluntarily comment that whether it's okay for your side or not, and what are the things further needed for you? Hmm? Food Lamai? Yeah, I'm very sure there should be food. Yeah, we have one.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Shashikala Ekanaik. Yeah. Okay, Putta. So that's the best support I can give you at this time, and I believe you can manage. The only thing is have some good knowledge, Putta. This knowledge is useful to you. Yeah. This won't be a simple memory for you, but even if you write your business proposals, project proposals, you learn about the sustainability. Even for this environmental, you learn about innovations. Some philosophies you have learned, and these philosophies are, of course, in the question papers. Yeah. So that is question number 3, maybe. Question number 3. So it's a wonderful question. Yeah. The question paper should be paper based, and so as I heard, so you are coming in batch wise. Let's say today exam if happen to be innovation management. So only your class will be there. Okay, only your class, and the other subjects, let's say example mechatronics may not be there today. Other faculty students may not be there, but only you 3 groups may be. I think that kind of limited accommodating students for the exams. They are in the planning. But anyway, don't worry, for your ages, corona is not issue, but you have to be very careful because you cannot bring these diseases to your homes because your parents, grandparents are quite senior to you all, and you have to take care. That's social responsibility. Any more questions? Darshan, you have questions? Okay. So I think Darshan knows everything maybe. So our manufacturing, we have one. Teshini, are you there today? So manufacturing, you have to do the presentation. So that is very important. So you are late anyway, but yeah, you have to do it. Okay, Putala. So anything you need to ask? Anything you need to ask? Any help, any support further? So I believe you have these notes, Putala. And at least now you know what are the recordings you should look into this. Your 5 presentations you have to understand, that's it. And there also you know about the green technologies, CP implementations and the national policies, strategies and all. And of course there are a lot of contents, but we cannot squeeze all. We have learned very nice control model. Can you remember control system? We have learned a very good control model for environmental management. You can see in the video what very nice, but we have no chance to put those. But if we have any opportunity, we will try to link that control model because it is there you will learn the control systems as well. It is another knowledge framework there with the control model. There you can see why this national policies are coming, why CP implementations. So what are the steps related to this control model? We can, anyway, in revision 2, if we need, we will discuss that, but I believe all are done at this moment. Energy recovery presentation. Okay, I will send it right now. Energy presentation. Let me email it now. Energy presentation, EMCP. Let me email it now. Energy presentation. I am manufacturing PT. Okay. I just sent it, Puta. Okay. Give me a second. I have to plug in the charger for the notebook. Okay? Give me a second. Give me a second, Puta. Okay, Buddha. Did you get this presentation? You got this, huh? Okay. So these hybrid technologies, don't worry about this. Battery slides, you can forget maybe, because for management students, I think you can focus on this one. Yeah, recycling and the reuse one. This one is okay. So okay, Putana. So seems that's all from my side. All okay. So that's all. So that's all about the first revision. So you have to have some good understanding about this. I think it is okay. Okay, I think it's okay. So go ahead with some readings, understandings, look into some videos maybe I have put told, and if I will try to put some very small ones. So genes and ancestors there. So you understand that also. So because that's our link, you know. So we are here because of the previous generation. As the same way, future generations will be there on the earth. So this is the cycle or the chain of lives. So it is our responsibility passing this earth, same or better as what it is today. That is what Dalai Lama said. So have to have good understanding on this. Those are natural understandings, and that is very important things. So these are also included in the lessons for you. Yes. So that's all, Butala. I have to have a good leadership quality, soft skills and all. So I'm testing the very essentials, because other knowledge you can gain from elsewhere. Learning technology nowadays is not a big deal. Okay. But learning something more than technology, that is what important for you. So this time, no chance to put innovation questions for the paper. No chance to put about the product developments or some business model, but there are some different sets following a different themes. So that's all. So let me stop the class if you don't have any more questions, Putana. Okay then. So that's all then. Good luck to you all. So get ready for the exams and don't wait for the last minute. Read some and have a better understanding so that you can write. සමහර අය හිතාගෙන ඉන්නවනේ ඉංග්‍රීසි අමාරු හින්දා ලියා ගන්න බෑ කියලා. No such things. Ideas නැති හින්දා ලියා ගන්න බෑ. තේරුණා නේද? No ideas you cannot write no matter how good your language is. So how to have better ideas so the language naturally comes up. So that should be the way. So how to have ideas. Now that is very important. Then the language naturally comes. Don't worry. Don't think that your English is difficult so we cannot answer the questions. No such thing. It's not about the difficulty of the English or language. It's the difficulty of no ideas are coming to you. That's why you are not that prepared. You are not deep enough. Okay? But now you are young adults. Your maturity is there to take over jobs of the seniors even. So get ready with the ideas and all with some good knowledge and wisdom. Okay? Then the language will come. Okay? So kurutu ganne in the question paper. So take it very serious because in the exam paper we can see your attitudes. Okay? We can see your motives. We can see your interest and those will carry marks. Those will carry marks. Okay, that is very important. So we are evaluating the mindsets as well. So that is very important. So that's all, Bhutala. So let me stop the class then. So see you soon in the exams, somehow in February maybe. So by then, if we need any more revision, so I will send you a Zoom invitation, we can join. Okay. So that's all. Bye, Bhutala then. Bye. Take care, all of you.